What's up, motherfuckers? That's how you get demonetized, everybody. Of course, I'm Tim Geddes, and I'm joined with a very special squad today for the Kind of Funny podcast. Of course, we have It's Christmas in December, because it's actually December. Joey Noel.
It's the best month of the year, everybody.
And joining us for this very special episode, of course, we have the best looking man I have ever seen rock the turtleneck and chain, Snowbike Mike.
What's up, motherfuckers? I'm here. Let's go, baby. We demonetizing it, y'all.
We don't even care. We don't even care because you look so damn good. I love that you're making this a thing. The turtleneck that you and Bless are rocking right now, what's the name of it?
The turtleneck. Oh, this is a Kufandi. You can look it up right now. Kufandi. Put a little accent on that. Pinky up Kufandi, y'all. Just so you know.
Wait, do you and Blessing really have the same one?
I don't know what Blessing's rocking. I'd like in my mind to think that he is rocking the same one as me because we're twinsies. You know, we like that.
A little quick search for cool turtlenecks, like Tim's bomber jackets.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I just love the look. I know that everyone's already talked about it, but it's just like you're rocking it and owning it so hard where it's like, I don't know if I hate it or love it, but I'm so extreme on both sides that it creates this level of happiness. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of remind me of like Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder. And it's like, that's such a weird thing because like, I don't even think he was wearing anything like this, but it's just the energy. It's just the fun. You know what I mean?
Tim, yeah. I like that. And that's something that I would bring to this podcast right now. As you see me step out into the world like a beautiful butterfly with my turtleneck fashion on, is like fashion in general, right? You trying new things. And of course, not only you feeling some type of way, trying those new trends, but also what your friends and family and what people around you see, right? Like none of my friends and family have ever seen me rock a turtleneck before my entire life. Yeah. People are still blown away when I wear jeans at this point. And so it is really funny when we talk about fashion to see like your reaction and the chat reactions and Joey to be like, Mike, what in God's name is going on here?
I
and
love
me to smile back, you know?
It's the commitment. You went full send on this. The glasses tie it all in together. I think that might be the Tropic Thunder.
I think it is. I think it is. Because like, dude, like, honestly, I love how you look. Like, it's so fucking dope. And I also love you're rocking an Xbox chain. Of course, it reminds me of my Sonic the Hedgehog bling that I can't wear because this chain is so small that it like, when I have it on me, it's hard to unlatch. So I'm not going to do it right now. But literally, it's just choking me. Like, the pendant will be just like right here. And I'm just like, this is the worst thing ever. Where did you get your chain? Did it come with the Xbox pendant?
Yeah. So this is the King Ice chain. I think the same people that made your Sonic one. That was my going to be question to you. Is like, what's up with yours compared to mine? Then why is yours so whack? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Maybe they got
the Xbox,
feedback
they did Halo.
That one. That it's like too short.
Maybe. See that? Well, Joey, I was going to ask you. So like, this is the first chain I've ever worn in my entire life, right? You're talking to a kid who grew up in the '90s and early 2000s, where like puka shell necklaces and like those weird Hawaiian necklaces that are just white beads across your neck. And of course, chains were all the rage back then. People did start wearing those, but this is my first time ever wearing it. And I want to know, like, how high is the chain supposed to be? Because like right now, right, I like where it's at, but it does feel a little low for the camera, right? If we were out in the world, I think it fits well, but for the camera, it's not. So like, I'd like it just a little bit higher, like here, but is that too high, Joey?
I can also
your
just raise
chain
your
hang
camera.
low.
Well, yeah,
your
but it's
chain
like,
hang low. What an excellent question, Tim. So the thing is, at least when I wear jewelry, which is super touch and go these days, but I will like swap out different chains depending on my outfit. So like if I want something that hangs a little bit lower because it works better, then I'll swap out for a lower. It's not, you don't have to, you can change it with your mood, with your whatever you're feeling. With that, I think I have to see you in person. I need like the full look.
The full body.
But I think it looks good. It doesn't look too low.
I like
there is
where
a
it is
point
for you.
where
right
it gets too low and it's a little weird.
Well, if you saw the full body
It's like
look,
right
you'd
above
see the
nip
bottom
level,
half
you
where
know
he's
what I
still
mean?
wearing his like orange.
Yeah, like, stand up for a sec. Show it off.
On the stream, I called this because Blessing was also like wearing his PJs with his turtleneck, and I on stream I called this like the streamer mullet. Or, you know, your business up front
that's so
and
good.
then party
That's
down
good.
below.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
Now-
Gia gives me so much shit for this because I'll be wearing like a nice leather bomber jacket and then just my me undies lounge pants that hold on.
Yep.
What is happening?
Why do they have
That's
so
what
many holes
happens
in them?
when you have a small dog that likes to claw his way onto you. So many small holes.
Lucy.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. So you're rocking the bomber jacket with those pants. Yes, I know that look
all day,
well.
every day, baby. Yeah, it's so great. Barrett, I just sent you something to assets if you could bring it up. Speaking about all this like gamer swag, I don't even know what to call it at this point, but we got King Ice throwing out the Sonic bling and the Master Chief bling. Joey, I don't know if you saw, but yesterday, Swarovski Diamonds just announced that they've partnered.
Crystals.
Oh, crystals. You're right. So you can get this Master Chief crystal or the plasma sword. Barrett, if you scroll down, we got some pics here. Like,
this is
who is
insane.
the audience for this?
Who is buying
I
this?
love the attention to detail.
Mike is the audience.
Mike is the audience.
Are you gonna buy one?
No, I'm not gonna buy one, Joey. I don't think I could buy that. I mean, it just doesn't look quite right, to be honest. Everybody, let's all be real. It just doesn't look quite right.
Oh, they're not selling it. They're not selling it.
Okay.
There's only a contest to win. So, hey, Mike, you can get it.
Maybe I win it, and then I don't know what I do with it. Is right. That's fun. Yeah, they've had a lot of this, like with Xbox celebrating the 20-year anniversary, and we've seen the fun, like just the circles being shared now of like gaming culture and the world culture in general. And it started with 100 Thieves for me, Joey, and 100 Thieves and Gucci. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. No way nobody's buying a $2,500 backpack. And then you see Xbox teaming up with Gucci and they're like, we're going to give you a luggage case. And I'm like, that is not what I needed, but all right. That's the last thing I wanted.
They're trying to elevate the gamer uniform, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And that's perfect because that's me. I'm trying to elevate my fashion. You know what I mean, Tim Joey? I'm trying to step out of my fashion bubble and really try new things. And I think this year, 2022, you're going to see me step out of my fashion bubble and try some new things. Maybe skinny jeans. Okay. Maybe jeans with holes in them. Okay. Maybe a cool button up or a cardigan. I don't know. But I'm thinking I'm going to step out of my fashion bubble this year. That's my goal. That's my goal.
I want you to have like seasonal trends with Snow Mike. You know what I mean? Like, especially once we get in the studio sometime next year. I want you to set the tone, set the mood. You can educate us. We'll give you a moment once a month during a production meeting where you're going to be able to address the team and be like, hey guys, we're hitting February. That means, you know what? It's time for pajama season. And then it's then we hit, May, and you're like, all right, you know what? Cargo shorts. It's only cargo shorts.
Maybe we don't bring back cargo shorts.
Yeah, maybe not.
You never know, Joey. If I can pull it off, maybe. But I've never worn cargo shorts either. That's another one I've never worn, to be honest with you.
Cargo shorts, the Matt Scarpino special. Mike, have you met Matt Scarpino?
Only once. So I look forward to more time with him eventually.
Yeah, he's gonna love you a lot. Like y'all are gonna vibe.
Hate that
he's gonna hate it. He's gonna hate it. Speaking of Nick, him and Kev aren't here right now because they are working on some studio stuff, which is really exciting. So that means we have this amazing cast. And the reason I said speaking of Nick is, of course, this is the Kind of Funny podcast where each and every week 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather around these microphones to talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. But you can get it on youtube.com/kindafunny or roosterteeth.com. If you wanted to get it as a podcast, just search your favorite podcast service for Kinda Funny Podcast and we'll be right there for you. But if you wanted to get the show ad free, if you wanted to get the show live as it's being recorded, and if you wanted the exclusive post show, you got to go to patreon.com/kindafunny, just like our Patreon producers, Delaney Twinning, Pranksy, and the reason I was bringing up Nick earlier. Greg Miller returns to content next month. Nick should quit now. That is a Patreon producer for this month. Take the message
Wild
and heed.
guess.
Yeah, who could it have been? Who could it have been?
My guess is Roger. My guess is Roger.
Roger setting the tone. He is the funniest of the office. That's what a lot of people say. He's the funniest guy. Kind of funny.
Yeah, it's true. You know what I mean? You gotta love. I love Roger Picorni.
He's a great human being.
He really is in so many ways because like he'll just be there. He's a very, very, very great worker. Like he is definitely the most talented editor I've ever met, ever known. And that's been true since he's been like 13 years old, which is freaking crazy. But like there's that. But then also he is actually hilarious. Like talking to him, like
he has these little zingers that he throws in.
Yeah.
I'm just
you never expect it.
No, it always keeps me on my toes. I appreciate it. What do we got today?
We got a lot of stuff, Joey. But before we get into everything, you are in a little bit of a conundrum right now because you found some stuff on the internet and you're like, I think I need to buy it. What is going on? What help do you need?
I was scrolling on TikTok, as one does. Scrolling through all the videos, the Kim Petras coconut videos, which, man, that song's dropping tonight. Gonna be a banger in like the most Disney Channel pop song kind of way. Do you have a question, Mike?
Question for the audience. Is this gonna be a Pineapple Pen type song situation, or what is the coconut song? What kind of theme, what kind of vibe will I be getting here out of this?
It's definitely not that. It's just gonna be one of those TikTok earworms that you can't get away from.
Okay.
I'm gonna find it for you. I'm gonna send it to you guys tonight. As I was scrolling, I have like my TikTok For You page all over the place. But Barrett, if you want to bring this up, I have no idea. I'm not even watching the stream. I found this really cool keyboard and mouse, and then it has like a little 10 key thing on the side. Expensive, but it is, as you mentioned earlier, the month of my birth and Christmas.
Yes, and Christmas.
I have some lists that I need to fill.
So, Joe, that means you can get the keyboard and the 10 key thing.
Yeah, and
I know.
And not even feel remorse.
I know, exactly.
Now, what color combination are we thinking?
I think I want the white and the gold, which
Okay.
I know can be dangerous. Lots of fingerprints. We've learned from the PS5 controller. Things get a lot dirtier than you think that they do, but it's so cute. I like the gold little accents. You can change the colors. It's not, I feel like a lot of my stuff currently is like very gamer, which I like, a lot of function, not necessarily a lot of fashion besides the cool lights. So I feel like I need something a little bit more elevated, just like Mike was talking about with his, elevating, moving it on up. So this gold, I feel like just really sells it for me. So I'm just debating, just scrolling through. Do I need it all? Do I need? I like the little 10 key thing on the side because then I like using it on my keyboard. Do I need a whole separate one? Probably not, because I'm not an accountant. I don't do these numbers.
That's the thing, man. The keyboard rabbit hole is something I've been going down, and I've been trying to like keep it arm's length because I'm like, there is a path I will never see you guys again if I go down the mechanical keyboard path. Like, it is a dark place. I follow the subreddit mechanical keyboards, and even that feels like a mistake because like I just get too tempted too often. But Joe, like this, it is a little expensive, but every once in a while something comes along where you're like, this is just the perfect aesthetic for what I'm looking for, and this is screaming Joey Noelle, like very loudly.
But here's the other thing. Then what this is going to lead me down a rabbit hole too, which is the same issue that I have with all of my Pink Razor stuff, is that now I'm going to want a white monitor to match all of this. Because I have my PS5 right here, tall white monstrosity that it is. If I have all of this, then I feel like I'm going to need like a white or not even silver because all these accents are gold, but like a white monitor, which as I remember looking.
The white monitor it's going to be a tough sell to get a good one.
Not easy to get.
Yeah.
I feel like I've looked for these. Andrew and I have had the same conversation multiple times. I don't. Do I need to go down this rabbit hole?
I think you
do.
The thing is, go ahead, Tim. Sorry.
No, go for it, Barrett.
Because here's the thing, because you bring up the PS5, Joey, and nothing makes me happier than having all three of my consoles be black and white with the Switch OLED, the Xbox Series S, and the PS5. And I wish I could, like, I want what you're trying to achieve, which is to have everything be like white with black accents,
And then the real question comes to be, when we go back to the office, then do I take that and take it to the office because that'll be my primary setup versus this now, or do I keep it and have like my home aesthetic be this white and gold, and then I don't care what my work desk looks like?
Life's hard, Joe, and like you,
because
welcome to the world. This is what it is.
I can't justify buying two sets of these, one for home and one for office.
No.
That seems like a bridge too far.
This reminds me though of that the Twitter meme of like I couldn't unless
yeah, the kombucha girl.
Yeah, exactly. So wait, I'm kind of into this though. First off, Joe, you should get this. Period. Okay. Yes. End of story. It just looks fantastic. But I have a question.
20% off right now.
I mean, well, shit. But it comes with this 10 key pad, whatever the hell it's called, right? Did your parents ever pull some bullshit on Christmas where they got you one thing and then split that one thing into two presents?
Not that I can think of, but also at the same time, because my birthday and Christmas are the same day, I feel like it's definitely possible. No, my parents have historically, my entire family has been really good about like birthday presents in birthday wrapping paper, Christmas presents in Christmas wrapping paper. So I don't think that they would have pulled the
fun.
bullshit of splitting it into two, unless it was something like when I got my N64, like I got the N64 and then I got games separately.
Got it. I mean,
that counts.
That's fair though. Those are two separate investments. Those are real presents. I ask because one of my favorite Gia stories is she's Jewish, so she grew up with the I don't know what I'm talking about. This 9 days of Hanukkah, right?
8 days.
Yeah, 8 days of Hanukkah, but there's 9 candles, correct?
Yes.
But the middle one doesn't count. He's the one that
you use it to light the other one.
Most of this I know. Most of my knowledge is from that one episode of Rugrats. But regardless,
the Maca babies.
Yes, exactly. But she tells me this story about how her mom bought her this like really dope arts and crafts kit. Which when you're a little kid, that's really cool. You know what I mean? Like if you get a new set of markers or a new set of whatever, you're like, yo, we're going to town this weekend. It's about to be awesome. But what her mom did was get one nice set of arts and crafts stuff, but opened it and then decided to every day give her a piece of it. Which it was a very expensive, very nice thing. I mean, for relative to like an 8-year-old or whatever the hell it was at the time. But maybe it was like a $50 set or something. It was, like, holy crap, that's a lot for arts and crafts. But Gia was getting it every day.
Breadcrumbs.
But the funniest thing is her mom just really fucked up the order. So like day 2, she opens it and it was just a roll of Scotch tape.
Oh no.
You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's one step too far. Right?
Oh no. Oh no. Gosh, I remember. So speaking of that, also Target yesterday, I was scrolling through Instagram, but my friend Bailey was at Target. You guys might, do you remember lip smackers? This might clearly just be the girl side of the 90s, but it was the very fancy or not fancy, but it was like the lip glosses. I'm gonna send it to Barrett.
I'm already Googling.
They had
I'm getting images. Every girl had this in middle school.
It was like the thing, and they had all these different flavors, and like I really liked the Dr. Pepper flavor because it was my favorite.
I remember these,
but it was like all of these. They're back, motherfuckers, and you can buy like a set of 50 of them from Target right now.
50.
And 50 of them, like a bunch of different flavors. And I was like, Bailey, where'd you get this? She's like, I got it from Target. She's like, I couldn't help myself. But now I'm just looking. I was like, who in my life could I like live vicariously through by gifting this thing that meant so much to me in my childhood? And I'm sure if you give this to a kid now, they're gonna be like, why do I need so many chapsticks? Like, why do I care about this? But my cousins are too old. I have to start like going outside of my circle of influence of like, what random child can I gift all of these lip smackers? So if you are also trying to relive your childhood, Target.
Smack it up. So, Joe, I think you should get this wireless keyboard. It looks dope. It looks functional. I really love the volume knob. And it reminds me of a fun thing. I'm happy this is coming up now because there's this, you know me, I love random tech gadgets. I love like smart home type shit and just seeing what the future can be now. All right. Spotify reached out to me because I'm a premium member and was just like, not because I'm special. I was just like, hey, do you want to try the car thing?
Oh.
And I'm like, the fuck is the car thing? So of course I'm interested in this. So I read the email, start looking. If you guys don't know, the car thing is the first Spotify physical device. It attaches to your car and it essentially functions as a like dashboard, but it's just for Spotify. So when you're driving, it makes it a little easier. There's a touchscreen, but there's also a volume knob that looks very similar to the one on Joey's future keyboard because she's 100% going to get it.
Future keyboard is right. Yep.
And I was like, that's kind of interesting. But because I've been a premium member of Spotify for a certain amount of time, they literally offered me this thing for free.
Oh.
And I was like, well, fuck, might as well. I totally don't need this. I have a car. Like my Prius C has a dash. Like I plug my phone in and it all works. Like I have my phone. I have so many reasons that I wouldn't need this thing. But it finally got here today.
Oh, okay.
And y'all, it could also not work in your car. It could just work here.
Wow.
And you could just like scroll through if you want, like whatever, pop in, look at some music and stuff. I'm pretty stoked about this as a device just to have here. just to like
a
organize my music.
stream
and stuff.
deck for your music.
A stream deck just for music. And I'm like, yo, because this functions as volume. This little knob here.
Do you just
or you can
Bluetooth
scroll
it
down.
to your computer?
Yeah, or you could plug it in, and then it's wired, and you get the quality and stuff. And it then just functions as a remote. I'm pretty impressed with this thing. Like the fact that it's free, I'm like, whoa, this is great. But I don't know if everyone can get it free. I don't know the details. I haven't looked into it. I'm honestly kind of shocked it came. When I saw it, I was like, there's no way they're actually going to send me this thing for free. But here
What's
it is.
it called?
It's literally called the car thing because I was
It's
very
literally
confused.
called
Car thing. That's
Yeah,
Because
awesome.
I was like,
Spotify car
this is
thing.
going to be really hard to search, and then it autofilled to Spotify car thing, and I was like, that's really weird because that's what Tim described it as. And yeah, that's the official title.
So anyway, it's weird and like personally, I don't really see the need for it. Like I wouldn't want to pay money for this thing. But it being free, I'm like, hey, it's actually kind of nice and kind of cool. So anyways, Joe, you're gonna love your keyboard.
I'm excited. I'm gonna look at this. I wonder if it's gonna count that I can use it because I'm on Andy's family plan.
Yeah, but it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Coming from somebody who has an old school car that doesn't have all the nice upgrades yet, that's something that I need in my life. Because what I do is I take my iPhone, I turn it up to full blast, shove it into the cup holder, music,
Mike,
podcasts.
I love you as a
Just
human
so
being.
everybody
No,
knows
I
that's
mean,
how I do it.
That's old school. I mean, Joey, how many parties were you at growing up in the Bay Area where that was what happened? People would just put some music device in a cup, in a bowl, and that would be what
I
the
still
party
do that
was
when I
running
take a
off.
shower
Oh, yeah, I love it.
in my bathroom. I'm like, I know that it would cost me $20 to get a waterproof speaker. No, I'm gonna put it on the shelf against the wall so it
So it
reflects the music
echoes.
back.
Oh,
Yes.
that's the fucking move.
Do you remember how hard it used to be to get like your iPod to play in your car though? At least for me, I used to have to get like a plug-in thing that would maybe sometimes transmit it to a weird, vague radio station.
Very odd radio
But if you
station,
drove
yep.
too close to somebody else, then you might pick up some other music. And it makes no sense. I'm so glad
Oh.
technology is where we are now.
I love it. I love it so much because, Mike, you are such a unique human being because technology is where it's at. You have access to so much technology. We can hook you up with so many things, and you're just like, nah, I'm just gonna put it in a cup, and that's how we're gonna play. You have
Is
it
it
all
be-
at your fingertips.
Does your car have like a tape deck in it?
Yeah, it still has a tape deck. It's super old school. It's got a CD player and a tape deck, but I don't have the tape insert back in the day. Remember, was your first thing on the iPhone. Then it went to the crazy radio station one. And so, yeah, I make my drive down to San Francisco and I just shove my phone inside the cup holder and I just like, is it loud enough? I can't really hear what Tim's saying on the podcast, but I'm having a good time.
Do you have is there a what's it called, lighter thingy, the power lighter
yeah.
what's it called? Why am I blanking on this?
What
Cigarette
would you call
thing.
that? Cigarette
Oh,
lighter.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it
Yeah, because that's what powers this.
Oh,
So
okay.
Mike-
okay.
You could or USB, but like you could plug this thing in and then it'll attach the Bluetooth.
Hey, this is the item that I'm looking for in my life. Is right.
Yeah.
This is the item.
Spotify
right here.
card thing, man. Pretty cool.
Yeah. I like that. Have you guys ever
Not
tried?
sponsored, just
Not
free.
sponsored. It's just called a
Just a
card
cool
thing,
thing.
too.
Just a
Exactly.
cool thing.
I'll look that up. I'll look it up. Are they selling those? Or are they just?
I
throwing
have
them
no
out?
info. Again,
Okay.
I saw this. I got an email from who I assumed was Spotify saying, "Yo, you want the car thing?" And I said, "Sure."
So here, I just pulled it up. It says "Want car thing." Car thing will soon be available for $79.99.
Oh, okay. With that, I do not recommend the car thing. Everybody, do not get the.
Tim
This thing-
quickly backs off. the
Although,
car
I
thing.
mean, maybe for you, Mike, but no. But at that point, just get a deck upgrade or something. Like, go
Yeah.
to Best Buy. Like, fucking $80 can get you some shit. I don't know, Mike.
now,
Real
Tell me.
quick, I just need to tell you this because, like, this is one of the saddest facts about me. I said this yesterday, but it is just even more true now. Me and Mike spent 3 hours yesterday on stream opening cards of Pokemon, packs of
Mhm.
Pokemon cards.
we did.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 of these fingers have so many micro paper cuts on them. Oh my God. My thumb, my index, and my middle are fucking burning right now. And it's like, I can't identify. I mean, there's one cut I can clearly see, but otherwise, it's just these tiny little, like, micro cuts.
That's a lot. How did that happen to you? Do you
Is
think
it
it's
from
when you put the
card?
card into the pocket sleeve? What is it?
It's just from the amount of, like, flipping
Really?
them to see what to get to the rare one.
Really?
Yeah.
Are
just
they that
going through them
sharp?
all. It's
That's
not that
crazy.
they're sharp. It's just like the sides are inconsistent. You know,
Okay,
some of them have
okay.
like weird little edgies and shit. Anyways, God, I
Joey,
live
we had a
such a
blast with
sad
that.
life.
Let me
We
steal it and get Joey hyped up because we had a blast, Joey. You know, we
Mhm.
talked about it a couple weeks ago of getting back into and what it's like to sit there for 3 hours with Tim and to tell stories, to catch up, and then most importantly, to just stare at pieces of cardboard. Really brought a lot of joy into my life where we almost have the full collection
Oh my
now, Joey. Just so you
gosh.
know, there's
I
50
listened to the
cards
tail
and
end
we're
of
down
it.
by 2. We're down 2
Down
right
by
now.
2, man.
And we're having a ton of fun with it. So I really look forward to Tim completing the set. And somebody put a great comment in the YouTube channel because I was like, oh, what are you going to do, Tim? Put him in a binder. And then like when people come over or Gia comes downstairs, you show Gia the binder. And somebody wrote like, what, Mike? There's no way she's looking at these Pokemon cards, you know?
No way.
It's
No way in
awesome.
hell.
She would look at you like, are you kidding?
Yeah. She loves me like thank God, and I'm so lucky and happy that she does. But God, I push the limits. And like this Pokemon card thing, like it might be the most I don't even know what word I want to use, but it's definitely the most of it that I've ever gotten from her. And
Would
like
you
it
say
is a
too
testament.
nerdy?
It's
Is
just
it
because
too
there's
nerdy
is
for
there
her?
is it the space that it takes up?
It's the space. She definitely doesn't like the amount of boxes that show up at our house. Like there's just a lot of things.
Recycling
You know what I mean?
trash can room is at a premium in the
It
Geddes
is.
Harris
It
household.
definitely is. But you know, hey, I'm trying my best to be cool. And
Is that
she
all of
hasn't
your
left me yet.
boxes?
What
Or
do you
do you
mean?
have more boxes of Pokemon cards to open?
Many more.
We opened a sliver.
Oh,
of
okay.
what we
Because I
have
thought
left.
you opened like a lot of your boxes, but you just have different sets.
Yeah. We opened
Okay.
all of one of the sets, but I'm telling myself right now, I am not going to buy a single set for the rest of this year unless I get my hands on that Jolteon thing. But you know what I mean?
Only
Like,
29 days.
Yeah, but that Jolteon is very
but
important.
that Jolteon though.
It's really cool, Joey. It's really cool. I even want it. It's really
Bring it up
cool.
so I can see it.
It's
Yeah,
really cool.
let me try to find it. Hold on.
Is it? And it's its own separate thing. It's not the celebrations or whatever.
Yeah, it will be a special promo card is what we're after right now. So that means you have to buy the special sets. I believe it was GameStop exclusive the last time me and Tim looked.
It
but
is, yeah.
This Jolteon card, Joey, will make you jump for joy because it's that beautiful. It's something special here. It's something really special. So we got to have it. We need to have it.
We need to have it. Barrett, I'm sending you right now to Assets, the GameStop link. The problem is it's not available. It's eventually going to go up for pre-order, and this thing's going to sell out damn instantly. And it's like, why do I do this to myself? You know?
Oh, I like that pin. Is that a pin? I think it's a pin.
It's a pin.
Yep.
But then look at that Jolteon card. Both are cool, but look at the one on the right.
The one on the right is so cool.
Yeah, that's
the lightning.
That's so cool.
Go even more right, Barrett. You get a giant version of it
What?
too.
A Dynamax version.
Ah!
We really need it. We really want it.
So I know that we talked about this a little bit with Nick an episode or 2 or 3 ago. What are you going to do with all of these?
I have a lot of plans, Joey.
Big plans.
Okay.
Big plans.
Big plans. We talked about it on the stream, and I won't bore people too much about this. We can move on in a second. But my plan is I'm putting them. I want to have a full set of the celebrations in like looking like this in these top loaders, all nice, and then they have these like nice boxes. It's like the celebration box, right?
Yeah.
I want a full set in this box. And then I'm probably going to take this box and put it on a shelf somewhere and never look at it again. You know what I mean? But I'll know that it's complete.
Yeah.
So that's the answer to your question.
Okay. Just sit it on a shelf.
But then also I got some binders and stuff, and I want to have some fun and just look at them. They bring me happiness, you know, just looking at them, flipping through them. Some of them have really cool art, but yeah.
You think you'd like bring them to RTX or something and like trade with Alfredo?
Well, that's my thing. It's like I was telling Mike, like I'm trying to not do the easy way out of just I have 2 cards left in my celebration set that I need, and then I have the full set. And that was my goal from the offset. So I'm like, I'm feeling pretty good to be this close. But I could just go to Cards and Comics Central on 19th and Geary, just like I've done since I was 8 years old, and buy these cards. But I don't want to do that. I hoped to be able to get them all opening packs. That didn't happen. I am not buying a single more celebrations pack. That is a fool's errand at this point. But
for 2 cards, it seems like a lot.
It's a lot. but I want to trade people, hopefully in real life. You know, why am I making this hard mode for myself? I don't know, but it's the thrill of the hunt. I keep saying those words, the thrill of the hunt, and it makes me feel better. But Joey, you know exactly what I'm talking about because you are my partner in crime when it comes to the hunt in so many ways. Can we talk about what happened a couple nights ago?
We can. I don't know if I've yet recovered. I hate this. As everybody knows, Tim and I have the burden of acquiring all sorts of tickets for a wide variety of people that extend beyond just Kinda Funny for any given movie that comes out, whether it's Marvel, Star Wars, Fast and Furious. Tim and I always on it. Usually, one of us happens to wake up, and because there's something really wrong with us, the first thing we do is check Twitter at like 5 in the morning or check the AMC app, and then it's some sleep deprived text of like, I got 18 tickets, Dolby.
Don't
and
worry.
then like hours later we actually talk about it.
Spider-Man, No Way Home. They did the thing that scared me more than anything, where I'm like, they gave us the time. Which like is the best because at least we know what to plan for. But that means everyone knows when to plan for it. And that makes our jobs harder when the time is like midnight Eastern time. And it's like, oh, that's great if we were Eastern time, but we're not. We're Pacific. So it's Sunday at 9 p.m. I'm like, every motherfucker and their mom and their neighbor and their dogs, they're all going to be up looking at this shit. And exactly that's what happened. So all the sites go down. 9 p.m. Pacific hits. Me and Joey frantically refreshing phones, computers, everything we could do, every single app, every single everything. We did not secure tickets. Spoiler alert, by the end, we did secure tickets, but we did not until past midnight.
It took you more than 3 hours?
It took me and Joey more than 3 hours to get our tickets. And I kid you not, we could not do anything else. It's not like, oh, we're just sitting there and waiting for it to come up. It was an all hands on deck. Refresh, refresh, refresh. Hope this pops up. Oh, here's a countdown. They're letting us in. We're in. Oh, the thing crashed. Like, Joey, how many times did you see the AMC countdown go from 30 minutes remaining? You're in the queue to it eventually failing.
So many times. So I got into the first batch 5 minutes after 9. Kept hitting checkout, checkout, checkout. I was like, fuck, maybe because I'm trying to buy 20 tickets, these seats are sold out. I backed out to try and reselect seats. Crashed, kicked me out. I'm back. You have an hour thing. I was like, fine. Then I look at my laptop. I have like 40 minutes. I get in, try and buy a ticket. It crashed on me collectively between the AMC app and the login that I was in on Safari on my phone and like Google Chrome or whatever on my desktop, collectively 7-8 times probably for those 3 hours.
Oh, I am shocked by that number because mine is probably closer to like 33 times.
Well, that doesn't count all the other Fandango and Adam and all the other things that I had open.
What a disaster. But we got it. We did it. We're going to see Spider-Man No Way Home as soon as it's coming out with all of our friends and family in Dolby Atmos, baby. Woo!
That's wild because, you know, the day after that, people were reselling those tickets on eBay for like thousands of dollars, like jabronis.
Tens of thousands
and it's
of dollars.
Like, what is happening here? For a Nobody's buying that, Steve.
Hold
right?
on.
Like, no
Shut
way.
up, Mike. Shut up. It's not a movie. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
A cinematic experience. Thank you very much.
Speaking of movies, though, I have a whole topic submitted on Patreon that I want to get to. But before we do that, let me tell you about our sponsors. This episode is brought to you by Overland. You all know that Cozy is my middle name, Tim Cozy Geddes. But there's nothing I do every day that's cozier than slipping into some Overland sheepskin slippers. I've been loving them. Greg Miller's been loving them, but especially Gia Tap Harris has been loving them. She keeps talking about them all day. All I hear is slip, slip this and slip, slip that. She's just so comfortable. I see her all the time. Overland uses expert craftsmanship to pair the highest quality merino sheepskin, which is naturally moisture wicking, temperature regulating, and antimicrobial, with supportive memory foam midsoles in order to make slippers that feel better and wear better for longer. If you don't want to wait another day to slip into something way more comfortable, get the best, highest quality sheepskin slippers on the market at overland.com/kindafunny. You'll get free shipping and free returns, and I recommend you go today because these slippers are so beloved that they've been known to sell out and slip off the shelves. That's overland.com/kindafunny, overland.com/kindafunny. Next up, shout out to Babbel. Learning a new language can feel intimidating. I worried about the level of difficulty, the time commitment, and you know what? Having to hear my accent out loud. Don't like any of that. But thanks to Babbel, the #1 selling language learning app, the whole process can be addictively fun, fast, and easy. Greg Miller's been using this, and it's helped him to learn to communicate with Jen and her family, which is more important than ever now that they have a new member of their family joining them. So this is a whole thing now. Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go. Other language learning apps use AI for their lesson plans, but Babbel lessons were created by over 100 language experts. Their teaching method has been scientifically proven to be effective. With Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. Right now, when you purchase a 3-month Babbel subscription, you'll get an additional 3 months for free. That's 6 months for the price of 3. Just go to babbel.com and use code MORNING. That's BABBEL.com with the code MORNING. Babbel, language for life. And finally, shout out to Raycon. 'Tis the season of drowning in holiday gift guides. You could shop at 10 different places, or you could start your shopping at Raycon and get a gift everyone will use, some Raycon wireless earbuds. Raycons give you great audio quality wherever you go, whether you use them to pump up, wind down, to work, or work out. And they start at half the price of other premium audio brands. Plus, their latest model has 3 new sound profiles, pure, balance, and bass mode, so your audio quality is crisp, whether you're listening to EDM or a podcast. One of my really good friends, Vincent, I was just hanging out with him last weekend, and he's been telling me he uses the Raycons to work out with, and that boy's getting swole. So hey, that's all I'm saying. The holidays are coming up faster than you think. Now is the time to knock out that gift list and avoid the last-minute shipping scramble, especially because right now, you guys can get 15% off site-wide with the code HOLIDAY at buyraycon.com/kindafunny. Go to buyraycon.com/kindafunny and use the code HOLIDAY today to get 15% off your entire Raycon order. Buyraycon.com/kindafunny. And now that we're back, someone wrote into patreon.com/kindafunny, just like you can, named Peter Parker.
Oh, hello. Hello, Peter Parker.
Peter. And he wants to know, what is your excitement level for every movie releasing in 2022? And I was like, this is an excellent, excellent topic to do with Andy and Nick and Joey, but we don't have them today.
No, Kevin.
We got Joey and we got Mike. And if there's one person I know that likes to listen to music with his phone in a cup holder and likes to watch movies on his phone, it's Snow Mike Mike. So I actually think this is now a perfect time to go through these because I want to get the hype check from Snow Mike Mike on movies coming out in 2022. Of course, me and Joey will give our insight as well, but I think that this is going to be a fun little activity for us. We are looking at movieinsider.com to go through this. Before I even do that, though, I just want to say we need to talk about the latest movie to be announced for 2022 that we haven't talked about anywhere yet. Magic Mike's Last Dance, baby. Coming to HBO Max 2022. Joey Noel, what's up?
I am flabbergasted, truly shocked. When I began my campaign for Magic Mike in Review 3 years ago at this point that I've been bugging Tim about this, never in my entire life did I expect, A, that we would do that in review at all. So thank you, Patreon and the thermometer. And B, that it would be leading up to us returning to it next year for Magic Mike in Review.
Same director.
I
Same
truly
writer.
Cannot, like, in my life, we've talked about Mama Thria getting a third Mamma Mia movie.
Mama Thria.
That's what I want. Tom Hanks, Rita Wilson, what else are you guys doing? Produce a third Mamma Mia movie. For the love of God. They just put out new music. You have plenty of songs for a third movie. I know that is a pie in the sky dream. Never in my life did I think to just really push for a third Magic Mike movie. And here it is, just dropped from the sky and Channing Tatum into our laps. Truly a blessed
Is it
time.
right into our laps.
Mhm.
And he's
Right.
dancing all over.
Oh, he's about
All
to give you the
over the
thrust
place.
bucket to the lap is right.
Do we include the Magic Mike live show now in Magic Mike in Review?
I mean, I'd love to. I would love to. I just love that they're calling it The Last Dance. Like, that's just like, it's just incredible.
Yeah. Who do we get? Childish Gambino, whose name is currently
Donald
escaping me.
Glover.
Yeah. Do we get him to come back?
I hope
Do we
so.
get Jada
Ooh.
Pinkett Smith to come back?
Do we get
who?
Matthew McConaughey back?
Yeah.
I
What is
hope
this movie gonna look
so.
like? Oh my god!
I don't know, but
Alex
it's
Winifred,
exciting.
I don't know if we need him to come back. I think it's probably fine.
Yeah, and that girl from the first one, she can not come back. But
Yeah, that's okay. But I have so many questions. Is Joe Manganiello still going to be with that girl's mom?
Oh,
Who
he's so
knows?
dope. Yeah.
yeah.
We just have questions, and I'm just so happy. HBO Max. Greg got the Snyder cut. This is the joke.
yes. All right. So now moving on, looking at January 2022. I'm going to skip a bunch that don't really have any talking points for the three of us here. But we got Scream coming out January 14th.
I will like to say that I'm also interested in the 355, mostly because it has Sebastian Stan in it. And I'm going to go see anything that has my boy in it. So
Of course. But we got Scream. I got to say, now that I've seen the Scream 5 trailer a couple times in theaters, I don't love it. And I'm a little concerned about it. I'm hoping that it's great. And I have no reason based on Scream 4 to think that 5's not going to be awesome. The fact that they're doing it, they know. They fucking know. But the trailer, the more I see it, the less it does for me.
I think we are at a disadvantage. And I can't exactly remember. You had never seen, or you had seen Scream before, correct, Tim?
I'd seen Scream 4 before, for
And
sure.
that's it?
Yeah, I actually don't even remember. I'd seen them all like bits and pieces, but like I did not have real memory. I just remembered liking 4 a lot.
Because I had never seen, I think I had seen the first one, but I think because we had never seen the trailer leading up to the movie, we're at a little bit of a disadvantage of knowing like what the difference between those two are.
Mm-hmm.
Of like, would we have had these same concerns about Scream 4 or Scream 3?
Interesting. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like because Scream is so self-aware of what it is and like its role in the horror subgenre of all of this stuff that I hope that it knows and they're trying to just throw us for a loop.
Snowbike Mike, what's your Scream hype check?
Scream hype check is very low. Of course, this is a movie. If I go see it, I will have to sleep with Sports Center on to 30 on the volume level and all the lights on in the house. But it actually, I'm excited about this. Seeing all of you watch the Scream movies and talk about them, watching the trailer live on Twitch with Nick has got me in the mood where I might go see this actually. And I actually did this similar with the recent Halloween remakes. We went to go see that during TwitchCon. And I actually bagged up all of our luggage in front of the door so I wasn't going to be murdered in the middle of the night. But this could be the same situation here with Scream.
I love you. I love you so much. So maybe a little bit more up your alley then. I didn't even know this was a thing, but also January 14th is a Sesame Street movie. It's a musical. I have no info on this. I was Googling it. I don't see shit, but it's happening. Good for them.
Is that going to be an HBO thing? Because aren't they with HBO, Sesame Street and stuff?
That makes sense. It's saying Anne Hathaway's involved.
Okay. She's pretty great. She was Catwoman once. I like her.
She was
Catwoman.
Musical inspired.
once.
Also, I feel like we can't just move on and not address calling Scream by the wrong name. It's 5 Cream, guys. Come on.
You're right. 5 Cream. Never forget. Never forget. The plot of Sesame Street is a musical inspired by the Sesame Street theme song. The lead characters get lost in New York City and try to find their way back to Sesame Street.
Oh,
interesting.
Okay.
Tell me how to get to Sesame Street. I like it.
So it right now it's not yet rated, so it could be a hard R like thriller, but we'll see.
Like Sausage
I mean,
Party.
imagine all of a sudden just the Side Talk NYC people are there yelling "Bing Bong" at them and
Honestly,
stuff. That would be great. Or the New York Rat who's just running around the streets meets up with those guys.
The New York Rat.
The Rat Man.
Singular.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen the Rat Man?
No.
He wears like a suit that's like grayish brown, and then he wears a rat mask on, and he just runs around the streets of New York.
Oh, I have missed this. Is this
Oh
another
my
TikTok
god!
thing?
Yeah, I'll find it for you guys one of
Oh,
these
I'm
days.
so
I'll find it.
excited.
Oh, I love where we're at as a humanity. Moving forward here, we got a whole bunch of stuff coming out, but then we got the big one on January 28th, 2022. Mike, how are you feeling about Morbius?
Morbius, yo. I'm gonna be real with everybody. That looks real bad. I'm gonna completely skip that.
Thank God.
That
I thought he was
looks
about to be like that.
real bad, John. This is I can't see that. That is gonna be hard to watch. Is what this is gonna be. Hard to watch. But it does have Tyrese in it, and I really like Tyrese. So you might get lucky with that.
What I love about that is this is another movie that I feel like me and Joey have seen the trailer play in theaters like a bunch of times. And every time it plays, I feel like we all collectively forget that Tyrese is in it. And then when it pops up, there's like always like an audible like laugh, like just one like, ha! You know what I mean? Like that's it.
Yep. 100%. 100%. Man, I don't even know. Like, I haven't even kept up with how Morbius plays into any of these movies because I never even saw the second Venom movie. And I don't know if I want to take myself down that rabbit hole if I don't have to.
The only way
I
I'm
don't know if I
watching
can do
this
it.
is if it comes out on my cell phone and I can watch it in the middle of the night like a jabroni. Like this better come straight to your phone and or streaming device immediately. If this comes to theater only, it's one of those you just shake your head at. Like, no, it's 2021. You can't be releasing these kind of movies like that. No.
Yo, this is theater only, bro.
You gotta
Like
stop that.
there is no chance this thing's coming to streaming. Oh, it's ridiculous. Then on January 28th, we got the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was for you, Barrett.
Like Ice Age?
Ice Age, and you know what's really exciting, Mike? I think all of the Ice Age movies are dropping on Disney Plus this month. I'm very excited.
Oh, okay.
And this one you will be able to watch on your phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, baby.
That's a maybe. It's a maybe.
February 4th, we have two movies I want to talk about. One is The Black Phone. This is a horror movie trailer that I've seen a whole bunch that actually looks pretty interesting. It's from the director of Doctor Strange 1. Ethan Hawke's in it. Joey, do you remember what this movie is?
We watched the live
trailer
reaction.
There's a Twitch bounty. I remember.
Yeah,
cool.
This was freaky and it was cool. I will not watch this, but I almost want to watch it. It's like that good.
Yeah, it seems like a cool horror idea where, and it's probably not going to be a 10 out of 10, but like I can see this being like a fun 7 watching it, where this kid gets kidnapped and kind of is hearing voices of the previous kids that have been kidnapped and killed and is like learning the instructions of how to escape. And no one's ever actually escaped, but he is now like hearing enough of what they've said to move on. Kind of cool idea. This could be something special, I think.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I hope that there's a little bit more to it and they didn't just like spell all of that out for us in the trailer.
Yeah, totally.
Which is kind of the problem with a lot of horror movies. But I feel very creeped out by Ethan Hawke in that, which I'm always stoked to see a horror movie where I feel that kind of sense of dread ahead of time.
Totally. Next up, we got what I would call the big one. Finally, Jackass Forever. Joey, how excited are you?
Jackass is one of my biggest guilty pleasures in life. And I feel this is another trailer that we've sat through. I can't even count how many times at this point, and every time I laugh. And I don't care that I've seen it 50 times. It's always going to be funny. And I'm excited to just hang out with these guys for one last ride or dance or whatever. It's gonna be great.
I'm super pumped up because I actually have never seen the show Jackass before. And when I told my friends, they gave me that same face. And so we actually just recently watched all 3 of the movies together. And I asked them questions of like, why would these people do that? Or like, who is this jabroni getting his, pee-pee bit by a snake? That's insane, right? And so I am fully in to see these old people throw themselves to something insane. So I'm in on this.
Mike, how was that? Like not having seen the show ever and watching the 3 movies, like that must have been an experience.
It was. There was moments where I laughed really hard. There was moments I was like, what's up with this? This is insane. And then there was moments I was like, ooh, that man just pooped on himself for a bit. And I don't like that, So there's definitely a lot of emotions that went on throughout those 3 movies. And yeah, it's crazy.
White boys in the 90s, man. Let me tell you what.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny to me that like people. I don't know. I feel like Jackass was just such a staple in my life of like, there's not that many episodes of the TV. It's not like Ridiculousness where there's hundreds and hundreds. There's only like what 35 episodes of Jackass,
Dude, I
or
think it's
something
even
crazy.
less. Hold on, let me
Really?
look this up. Yeah, dude,
but it was just on
is
MTV
shocking.
all the time, so I feel like it's just burned into my brain.
Yeah.
Is it weird, Joey, that they don't play them nowadays? 'Cause like
26.
you said, I've watched
26.
Ridiculousness every single night throughout the
Yeah.
pandemic because it's been on. Why wouldn't they air Jackass? Is that something they don't air anymore? What's up with that? Why haven't I seen any of these episodes ever on?
There's
Do they
a
have
lot
the
of-
rights to it?
They have the rights. Jackass gets complicated because a lot of stuff is kind of like you can't really do that anymore. And also, there's a lot of like interpersonal issues with a lot of the dudes. And like the band Margera stuff specifically is like not great right now. So
sad,
I
yeah.
think there's a lot of that, but I'm excited for Jackass Forever, man. I love that this is
And
happening.
I think I like. There's also all the other shows, which I think is like what we kind of like lump in with like kind of like that universe.
Viva
of
La
Jackass.
Bam.
Viva La Bam, Wild Boys is like. what I
Oh,
remember.
Wild Boys, that
Wild
theme
Boys.
song, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's
Yeah, you
so
read my
good.
mind, Bear. That was the one I was going to ask about. It's like my friends talked about the Wild Boys, and I wanted to know more about that. So maybe one day I'll see that. Maybe one day.
Oh, I loved
Wild
Viva
Boys.
La Bam back in the day.
I know.
This is a very specific Tim comment, but maybe Mike has seen this too. I feel like Viva La Bam walked so that Two Turn Tony could run.
Oh, that is
I know
so
Two Turn
true,
Tony.
dude.
I know Two Turn Tony for sure.
Those TikTok shenanigans.
Have
just
you
really-
seen his like Instagram post recently?
I don't.
His
follow him on
body
Instagram.
somehow got more insane.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
get it. Like his abs have abs. It's too much in
As
the
you
best
go.
way.
Okay, I'm gonna look later.
Maybe he's
Moving
in the
on.
next Magic Mike, and he's just preparing. You never know. Might show up.
If Two Turn Tony was in Magic Mike 3,
Yo,
holy
yeah.
fuck,
Somebody
dude.
tweet at Channing Tatum. That might also be an awesome collab. That might be a dope collab. I'm gonna put that out there.
Oh, I love it.
Only if he brings his grandma.
February 18th, we have Uncharted with Tom Holland.
Oh.
Mike, tell me.
Yes, I'm all in for bad video game movies. I am so into this. I'm pretty pumped up because I like Marky Mark. I like Tom Holland, and I'm looking for some nice laughs, a nice couple of callbacks to the video games that I recognize. And yeah, I mean, I'm all about James Bond and the Kingsman and movies like this. So I'm into it. I want this to be fun and good for sure.
This to me kind of a little bit feels like New Mutants in the way that like I still am not convinced that this movie is coming out. Yeah, the vibe that I got from the trailer is definitely not what I think of when I think about Uncharted, but I'm gonna watch it. I mean, Tom Holland just seems like such a baby for Nathan Drake, the like version of Nathan that we all know. So I'm a little bit hesitant, but I'm also not like a diehard Uncharted fan. So I feel like it would be fairly easy to win me over.
So I'm not going to give my thoughts on this. I've already done that. Instead, I'm going to give my thoughts on a movie called Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City.
Oh, that didn't look good from the trailer.
Because last week it was Thanksgiving break, and it was like day 0 of Thanksgiving break. Tuesday night, this movie releases in theaters, and I am stoked out of my mind because we just wrapped our day. We had many days ahead of us off of work. It was like, cool, let's party. I walk upstairs. And I'm like, gee, what do you want to do tonight? And she's like, nothing. Let's just chill. Let's maybe watch some Real Housewives of Insert City here. The world is our oyster. What's going on? And I was like, or we can drive down the street and go watch Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. And she's like, if you want, fine, I'll do that. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, you said yes. So I called Joey Noel and I'm like, Joey, we're doing this 45 minutes from now. Let's go. And she's like, Tim, I am not in San Francisco. I am home in Sacramento.
Joey, thank God.
But she
Dodged
was
a
in.
bullet. I was gonna go. Listen, there's no bad movie I won't see. Really, is what it comes down to.
I love you, and you would have loved this for that very reason, Joe. This is the epitome of YouTube comments that are like, this video game movie didn't listen to what was originally in the game. If they did this, it'd be so much better, blah, blah, blah. This is what happens when they're just like, yeah, we're just going to make the game the movie. Like, it is that. And like, there's some deviations that like they mess some things up here and there, but mess things up. Like, if I'm being honest, the worst original shit in this movie is just as bad as the things they got right. Because like, it is what it is, everybody. And yo, I had such a blast watching this movie. It is utter trash. I could not recommend anybody go to the theater to watch this. If it was on Netflix, it'd be worth turning on, watching half of, and then turning off because you're like, I am wasting my time right now. But there is one, the actor that plays Albert Wesker is taking his role so seriously that him alone makes the movie worth watching because everyone else knows what movie they're in. And he is going for an Oscar. Like, it is hilarious because he is delivering lines with so much heart that do not deserve an ounce of it. And it is just, it is a train wreck roller coaster. So everybody, when it comes to streaming platforms, turn it on, watch for as long as you can last, and that's going to be fun for you, and never again. But that's my review of Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Moving on here.
I'm so excited.
I guess in March, we got Cheaper by the Dozen, a new one coming out on Disney+.
Wow.
You know who's going to be in it?
Who?
My girl, Gabrielle Union. That's going to be fun.
Oh my God.
I love her. I think it's her, and I think it's Zach Braff might be the other name attached to it, which is kind of weird. But I love Gabrielle Union. Yep. Big fan of Bring It On. Mm-hmm. Obviously. She's great in 10 Things I Hate About You. She's great in everything. I have her memoir downloaded on my Kindle over there on my bed. Very excited to get into it. She seems like she has a cool life. I like following her on Instagram.
She's married to Dwayne Wade, right? She's married to Dwayne Wade. Yeah, she's great. She's incredible. And yeah, that will be a lot of fun. Hard to believe. Cheaper by the Dozen. What a pull there. I did not think that was going to be the one. But that Disney Plus service seems to bring back all of our childhood favorites. Like, it's a great outlet for them to be like, hey, let's test this. And if it flops, whatever, or if it does well, like Ice Age, hey, maybe we'll make another one. Here we go. So I like that idea on Disney Plus. I'm all about that.
I know. I feel like it is kind of like Disney Plus is the service of reboots because we have the Mighty Duck show, which I've heard good things about, but I haven't made my way to. Then we had the Turner and Hooch.
I watched that because they had my guy. I like that guy. I like that guy a lot. Josh Peck.
Do you want me to sell you on the Mighty Ducks, Mike? You know who the coach of the Mighty Ducks team is? One of the Letterkenny hockey boys. I forget which one.
No. No, you told me about it. You told me that it's Jonesy.
Yeah.
Jonesy. And I like Jonesy a lot.
Who's the coach for them, and it's great.
And I've never watched any of the Mighty Ducks, so I'm all into Jonesy. That might sell me.
You've never watched the Mighty Ducks movies?
That's a fucking sin.
No.
That's a fucking
We have to do Mighty Ducks in review. This is also been one I've wanted to do.
Book it now. Figure it out on the calendar. I don't care what you got to do.
Probably every 6 months.
The thing with this is, Mike, you need to watch the Mighty Ducks. It is just inspirational. Like, it is just the most like if Snowbike Mike was a movie, it would be the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Oh, I like hearing that. See, I grew up with the Big Green. That was my sports kid movie. Was Big Green.
Oh no.
And so that was the one I saw all the time.
Giants. Little Giants.
Little Giants.
Yeah.
What's the Big Green?
Big Green is the soccer one they had.
Oh,
they had a soccer movie
with the guy from The Sandlot.
Maybe I'm not quite sure, but yeah, that was the one I watched over and over again.
Why are you not sure? Have you seen The Sandlot?
No. So I don't know any of those people.
Dude, what the fuck? So I watched. Go for it, Joe.
Oh, I was gonna say Sandlot, excellent, great, probably one of my top 10 movies of all time. You specifically need to watch The Mighty Ducks above all else.
Above all else,
that's
for
true.
sure.
That's fair,
just for Mike, yes, The Mighty Ducks. Sandlot is a bona fide classic, and it's funny because Gia had never seen it, and she hasn't seen a lot of like movies that I grew up with. But I think that's just because like boys and girls thing and a smart people, not smart people thing, and she happens to be on the opposite side of both of me. Yeah, exactly. Like. Yeah. But we watched Sandlot about 4 months ago. Me for the first time in 20 years, her for the first time ever. Movie definitely holds up. I fucking love it. It is a little slow in parts, but there is no form of media that has ever captured what it's like to be a like 10-year-old boy better than Sandlot. It is just such an experiential thing. And because of that, like, Jean couldn't really relate to it. She's just like, do y'all really do that? I'm like, yo, we did that. Like, we did all of that. We like, it's so crazy. It just brings you back. You know what I'm talking about, Joe?
Not really. I just love the movie. Like, I think that's really where like my love of baseball started, was like loving The Sandlot. And like, that's one of those movies that like we quote in my family. And like, we just made s'mores for my mom's birthday when I went home, and we went through the whole s'more scene and stuff like that. Like, it's so good. Like, the music in it is really good. I think about it every 4th of July when they play Baseball Under the Fireworks, and that one song plays, and I don't remember what it is off the top of my head because I only listened to it on the 4th of July, but like, it's so good. And just like the shenanigans, the characters are all really fun. Like, it's so good.
It's so damn good. Moving on with these movies though, March 4th, The Batman.
Oh, ooh, with
Joe,
Rob Pattinson.
Yeah.
Joey,
I don't think I've heard your thoughts on this yet.
So I actually hadn't watched the trailer for the Batman until we had been in the theater for something. And I can't remember if it was
Eternals.
It might have been. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Mostly because I know it's a movie that I'm gonna see, and like, it's kind of one of those, like, the less I know, the better. I like Robert Pattinson now that I've delved into his non-Twilight stuff. I think it'll be interesting. I still am like not necessarily sold on him being like Bruce Wayne necessarily. Like, I think it'll be an interesting take on that. I think some of the stuff that they've done with Colin Farrell to be the Penguin is insane, because he just does not look like him at all, and that's some like crazy makeup.
Have you heard the story about that, where like someone was talking to him on set for like 10 minutes and they had no idea that was him? Like, they didn't know until like hours later that they were talking to him specifically.
It's usually awesome. When it's like one of those things where like people disappear into like the makeup, I can kind of tell. And I feel like the two recent ones are Jared Leto in House of Gucci, where I'm like, I can't even like find your face in there. And Colin Farrell's the other one. I'm excited. I'm a little bit getting to the point where I'm like, do we need more Batman? We've gotten a lot of Batman.
A lot of Batman, more Batman.
And I was like pretty disappointed with obviously the last couple we had gotten. So I'm cautiously excited.
Mike?
I always have a big issue with this, Tim, because I'm going to love this. And then the issue is when you walk out of the theater, you're like, I want more. And then now I have to wait another 2 to 3 years. And that's going to get me real sad. So I'm extremely excited about this. More Batman, the better. I like what Rob is bringing to it. I think he looks cool. And I'm excited to see what happens here with the Riddler and so on. But I know that I'm going to have this big feeling right after I leave it of like, man, I wish there was a sequel tomorrow. You know, that sucks. So I'm pumped up.
I'm so excited for this. And my thing is, I just hope that it is incredible. Like, I think that at worst, it's going to be pretty good. I expect it to be great, but I do think it has the potential to be up there with like and the thing there is like The Dark Knight. I don't know if it could ever be beat. Like, that is such a perfect combination of factors, like with Heath Ledger's Joker, but that take on Joker, Christopher Nolan being the director, like there's just a lot of and it being the sequel to Batman Begins, which was so incredible. Like, I think that height is impossible to beat. I'd love to be proven wrong.
I don't think it is impossible. I really don't.
I mean, I would love to see that. But my thing is, and again, we're talking about like as close or a 10 in my opinion, like with Dark Knight, and then Batman Begins. I think that this can hit that level, which is like, holy shit, we did not deserve this. Like, this is so fucking good. And I hope that it hits that level. Cause like all the pieces are adding up for me. I have never seen any of the Matt Reeves Planet of the Apes movies. And I am hoping, I've been stewing. I've been thinking maybe potentially, if y'all are interested, doing Planet of the Apes in review leading into the Batman next year.
Into the Batman hand in hand.
Matt Reeves.
I like it.
Yeah, we'll see. But I'm excited about it.
I haven't seen the third one, but those first two were really incredible.
Mm-hmm. And that's all great, you know. You take an incredible director, you give him the talent that we're seeing in this Batman movie, and could be special. Any of y'all into Downton Abbey, A New Era?
My grandma is
No.
fucking stoked for that movie. let me
My
tell you.
mom is really excited, but yeah, I've seen one episode and it's like the one really big season finale episode where like a lot of big things happen. It's the only thing I know about it. I'm like, I don't really do British period pieces. Not really my jam.
I skipped Turning Red, the new Pixar movie that's March 11th. I haven't even seen the trailer for this, and I'm hoping I don't. I just kind of want to go in and just watch the Pixar movie.
All right,
I
won't
feel
the trailer then. I won't.
Thank you. No spoilers. No, I just found that with rare exception. Actually, no. I know what the exception is. If a Pixar movie trailer is for a sequel, something like a Buzz Lightyear, like something in a universe, I feel like I'm more accepting of it. Just seeing a trailer for a new Pixar movie that's a new IP never quite hits for me. I'm always like, I don't really know about this. And then I watch the movie, I'm like, this is fucking incredible.
I feel really similarly.
I see. I think the most recent trailer of Turning Red would have gotten you, Tim. Especially the whole vibe and like I think some of the music choices, especially. I think that would have gotten you. So
you know what? Maybe I'll watch it later, just because I want to be consistent and make sure that I'm right about what I'm saying. But like, I just remember seeing like trailers for like Inside Out or Onward and things like that. I'm always just kind of like.
I remember getting chills from like the Soul trailer. I remember that first one where he's like playing the piano at first and stuff like that, and he's got that like monologue. That was a really good first trailer.
Yeah, see, that's interesting because for me, that's another example where I was like, the trailer did nothing for me, and I loved the movie. Yeah. So, but that's just, it's hard with new IPs. But moving on.
I think the premise of it is very fun, and I'm very excited about it. And plus, I like Sandra Oh, so I'm
Mike,
that she's
is that coming to my phone? Because these are the type of movies now that I want to watch at home, whether it be on the TV or on the phone. But like, I'm not going to the movie theater because I'm alone up here, right? I'm not going to see that in the theater.
Hopefully.
Oh, exactly. That is the plan. But, you know, is this coming to the phone? Because that's an easy click and play for me.
This is a theater movie.
We got to go back. Everybody in the world right now, it's 2021. We got to go back to being able to watch it anywhere. I really liked that.
You and Greg Miller are really fighting that fight.
Really loved that.
Mike, when you're living down here in San Francisco with us, whenever that ends up happening, where are you at when it comes to movies? Are you just gonna be like, fuck it, y'all going, I'm going, like Joey and me and Kev
I'm gonna become Joey. I'm gonna be the Joey mindset of like,
so excited about this.
Friday night, let's do this. I need to get out the house. So yeah, I will be a lot more accepting of trying new things. Horror movies I might skip out on. Might be the Andy of like, yeah, I'll see you there in 15 minutes and never show up. But anything else, I'll be there for sure.
Sorry, which ones will you do that for?
No, I said anything but horror movies. If
horror movies. Got it.
Yeah, I'll avoid those.
So then April 8th, 2022. It's the big one, the big sequel everyone's been waiting for, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Woo! Let's go. I can't fucking wait. I had a good time with the first one, and I think that I'm going to have a great time with the second one.
I still haven't seen the first one.
Thank you, Barrett.
I'm worried about it. I'm worried about it.
You're worried? I think
I'm worried for me. Like, why have I not clicked on it, Joey? I've watched a lot of bad movies lately.
I know, that is an interesting one.
You know, why do I keep avoiding this?
Is there are you anti-Sonic? Is this
no? I don't think it. It's just like something inside of me. I've not clicked on this. I'll click on anything else. But this,
did you watch Detective Pikachu?
I love Detective Pikachu. It was great.
If you love Detective Pikachu, you should watch Sonic.
All right, I'll check it out. I don't know why I haven't clicked on it. Out of all the things, every time I scroll past it, I'm like, oh, there it is. And I think about it, and then I'm like, and then I just keep moving. And it's like, I just literally watched Velocipaster 4 days ago. Like, I could have watched Sonic instead, just so everybody knows.
I was about to say, like, I don't recommend, like, you don't need to watch it. Like, it's okay if you don't watch Sonic the Hedgehog. But then you just said what you just said. So no, Mike, next time you get a chance, please watch Sonic the Hedgehog.
I would like to amend my statement from earlier about I'm always down to see bad movies, because I feel like I do actually have a limit, and Velocipaster might be it. I do like Sharknado, but I have lines.
Barrett, can you please bring up Velocipaster just so we can get an idea at the level of CG quality we're getting? Because that's what I want to know right now.
Is this like a sci-fi channel movie?
It took me a second to even wrap my head around how to spell that.
Is this something that you sought out, Nick or Mike, or is this something that you scrolled past?
This was something where I was hanging out with my buddy Washi, And he's like, hey, what are we doing tonight? I was like, I don't know. We're just kind of picking our nose, doing nothing. He's like, you want to watch a movie? I was like, yeah, sure. And it's like one of those things when you're with your homies where like 30 minutes go by and nobody's made a decision. You're like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? And so I looked at him, I was like, let's watch a movie. Click on something. Then he brings up Amazon. And now we have the issue of like, oh, what are we going to watch? And I remembered seeing a TikTok from Straw Hats.
Goofy.
And he talked about this. And I said, turn this on. And he goes, what is this, Mike? And I go, just press play. And we proceeded to wait 70 minutes of our life that he is very not happy. He's not happy with me right now, but we watched this.
What were you guys together?
Oh, on Discord call. On a Discord call, we watched this.
Makes that worse. I just want you to know.
We had Xbox, this PlayStation, everything known to man, but I clicked on this of all
Look at this man's outfit.
He's wearing her dress. This is him coming home. This is a lady of the night. And then there it is.
Oh,
there it is.
So there is no CG in this movie.
Everyone wants practical effects, man, and this is why.
Mm-hmm. There's a pimp named Frankie
wipe.
Mermaid in the building, so you got to go see Frankie Mermaid. It's something to behold.
This got the vibes of like, what was the Tim? You'll probably know this. It's like, what's the kung fu movie where it's just like a bunch of
Kung Fury.
Was it Kung Fury where it's just like him editing himself into a bunch of like kung fu movies?
Oh, that's something different. But
okay.
Yeah.
It's got that same
You're
vibe.
right, though. You're right. Yeah. Oof. All right. Well, that's that, and God bless you, Mike. On April 15th, we have Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Really?
Yeah, it's finally happening. It's fine.
Okay.
But the hype check for Mike, you're in.
Oh, yeah, I love going back to the Harry Potter, Star Wars, all those classic ones we grew up with. You bring those up, I'm going to see it. And I liked the Fantastic Beasts. I like seeing a different side of the wizarding world, right? I like seeing the beasts inside of that. I was all in. And then that ending, I was like, oh my God, it was pretty dope. I was in it. I was
ending it. I never saw 2. I didn't really care for 1 at all, so I never saw 2. But 2 ended hype for you.
I mean, I laughed and I was like, "Whoa, this is fucking crazy!" So yeah, I was into it.
Everyone's favorite choice with Harry Potter.
The issue is I don't want to ruin it for you because something happens there, so I won't ruin it for you. But
they had some ideas that they definitely rolled with there,
and I was like, "Oh, stuff like that."
Joe, I know your takes on this.
I've truly never been more upset in a movie theater than I was when I saw Fantastic Beasts 1, because you go this whole time, you have Colin Farrell, he's so good, and then they end it, and I don't even care that I'm spoiling this for people because it is Fantastic Beasts 1. Then he changes into Johnny Depp.
Yes.
I personally don't love as an actor. I mean, I think he's good at like his character-y things. I think I'm a little bit tired of him.
It was
so
a waste
angry.
of Colin Farrell because
Colin Farrell was so good.
He was a highlight of that first movie for sure, and I feel like they should have leaned into him. And I thought it was a total waste when he turned into Johnny Depp as Grindelwald.
I audibly reacted, and I would just like you guys to know I was living in Orange County at the time. I was in LA at a premiere thing because of Lego Dimensions. So like this was like some like big fan screening thing, and like they gave us all the like Lego Dimensions kits for this because I really liked that game at the time. And I feel like everyone just looked at me like, oh, this girl really is unhappy. And I never like audibly say anything in movies, but I was like, oh my God. And I just couldn't hold it in anymore.
I was watching it with my friends, and they were probably 30 minutes in, and I must have came in. I was like, oh, this is that movie where the guy turns into Johnny Depp. And they looked at me and they go, what? And I was like, oh, y'all haven't got to that part yet? And they're like, he's not in this movie. And I was like, oh, you about to find out right now. And I've ruined it for them.
I was about to say, like, it's so funny that in a Harry Potter movie, if you haven't seen this, you're just like, yeah, and then Colin Farrell turns into Johnny Depp. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
Truly wild.
But yeah, so cool. That's where that's at. Then we got where were we? Nothing there. We got May 6th, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Woo!
I'm so stoked. You know, like this is the thing is obviously Spider-Man No Way Home is imminent. We are less than 2 weeks away from this movie coming out. 2 weeks to the day actually is when it's going to be. It's Thursday as of recording. So very excited
in the
about
theater
that.
2 weeks
like
from now.
right now. Yeah, that's so great. But that is, you know, it's Spider-Man Endgame. Like it's if any of the rumors come to fruition, if the trailers of what they've shown us, if we just get a movie of that, like this is an unreal thing that's happening. I'm so stoked to see it. But I love that right after that, we're getting Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. A little farther away right after than it used to be, because it used to be March, now it's May. But still, like, that movie's about to be insane. How are you going to title yourself that? In the Multiverse of Madness? Like, what are we about to get?
I'm really, really, really excited about this. The fact that this is Marvel's first foray into like horror, I think is going to be really interesting. The fact that Sam Raimi is attached to it is very fun. Like, I think between the two, I'm probably more excited about Multiverse of Madness than I am about. I'm also not a big Spider-Man girl. Not a huge. Like, I still haven't seen the Andrew Garfield ones.
Wow.
I know.
You don't need to.
I know. Also, found out last week, 2 weeks ago, there's only 2 of them. Definitely thought there were 3. And then Andrew Goldfarb had to break the news to me. Like, no, that's like, there's a meme. It's like a whole thing. I was like, oh. So obviously excited for the multiverse potentially implications of Spider-Man. But I think this is where things are really going to get crazy. Excited to see maybe some WandaVision sprinkling tie-ins of things. I think it's going to be really fun.
I will say, I think that the whole horror vibe might not be the case anymore, because that was all with the Sam Derrickson. Sam Derrickson?
Scott Derrickson.
I think that's Scott Derrickson. Scott Derrickson, who's now doing the Black Book or whatever the fuck it's called, Black Phone. But once he got canned and all that, I think the tone of the movie changed a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see.
But like,
Sam Raimi does have the horror roots.
I really like Drag Me to Hell and stuff like that. Like, it's all pretty campy stuff, which is up my alley.
Yeah. We were talking about this on the Next Gen podcast, which you can get at the gold tier on patreon.com/KindaFunny. We recorded the last episode of the year. Not $1. It's the gold tier podcast.
Well, $1 times 25.
Yeah, there you go. And we were talking about, because like we were talking about like the next trilogy of Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, and just like the theories surrounding that, and like Mark Webb, I think, being confirmed, or maybe that's just a rumor of doing the Fantastic Four movie.
No, not Mark Webb. It's John Watts.
John Watts. Sorry. Mark Webb's the one who did the Garfield movies. John Watts, and with John Watts doing.
No, the Andrew Garfield, Joey, not Garfield the cat.
Oh, that would have been dope. I thought Garfield.
That's a weird pull, Barrett.
Can you imagine if Barrett just offhand knew who the director of the Garfield movies was?
Barrett's super stoked on Chris Pratt being Garfield.
Would that be very surprising for me, though? Come on. With John Watts being busy with possibly with the future of Fantastic Four, and Sam Raimi being introduced into like as a director for MCU. Does Sam Raimi return for another Spider-Man movie as a director?
Please no. Please, God, no. Oh my God, I would be so sad about that.
You trust him to do Doctor Strange?
I'm not stoked about this. If I'm being honest with you guys, I am not stoked about this at all.
But you have to think it's a different era of movies.
I know,
and he's grown up and he's still here with that era, you know.
Yeah,
so.
I'm not actually too concerned. I'm not stoked about it though. But like, I think it's going to be fine, because I think that at the end of the day, so much of this is by committee. Kevin Feige's overlooking it and all this stuff. Like, I think it's going to be fine. But yeah, that news didn't make me. I much would have rather Scott Derrickson. But But, you know, we'll
excited.
See. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely excited. Moving on, we have Joey on May 20th, 2022. Legally Blonde 3.
She's back, baby. I mean, truly, put this in the same column as, did I ever think we were actually going to get a third Legally Blonde movie? It's been 10 plus years since we got Legally Blonde 2, which I think to this day I've still only seen once.
I've never seen.
I don't remember it being any sense of good. I'm willing to go back and rewatch it though, and I probably will leading up to this.
We'll probably do an interview.
Yes. Legally Blonde 1 was such like a formative Joey movie in terms of like when I first got a TV in my room. The things I had Legally Blonde, I had A Walk to Remember, the Scooby-Doo movie, like these were all key core memories in terms of pop culture in my brain. The Legally Blonde musical on Broadway I saw in New York when I went for my senior graduation trip. Also criminally underrated and really good. I'm excited. We get more Elwoods. Who doesn't love this? What is Elwoods doing these days? You know,
Written by Mindy Kaling.
love it.
Yeah, sounds pretty cool. I'd be
And
down for that.
more Reese Witherspoon.
Hell yeah.
She's done
treasure.
so many cool projects lately, both her and her production company, that I feel really excited that both of these really funny women are tied to this movie. I hope we get more Jennifer Coolidge. I don't know if that's tied into it.
I'm like Joey. Legally Blonde is a very special movie to me in my childhood. I can think of. So yeah, I'm all up in Legally Blonde. I'm all over that. I'll be there.
May 27th is a huge day for us here at Kind of Funny. Yeah, so I'm gonna start with what I think most of us are least excited for here, but I want to hear Barrett's thoughts on this. Bob Burgers the movie.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm so fucking stoked. It's going to be a musical as well, and like a lot of the...
Really?
Yeah, and a lot of the original music that they write for the show is so fucking good and funny and really authentic to what the tone of the show is. And so for them to like kind of lean into that for a full movie, like I am so fucking stoked. Bob's Burger was a show that like... It took years to grow on me, and when it finally like got to that point, I just like I fell fully in love with it. So I'm stoked that movie's been in production for a while, and I'm sure probably because of pandemic reasons. And so I'm stoked to kind of see like a full on movie for that family and how chaotic they are. Again, that's Lulu's namesake is Louise Belcher, so we love that show.
Love it.
Yeah,
Mike.
Oh yeah, I mean, you just made my day, Tim. I didn't even know that was a real thing. I am a huge Bob's Burgers fan. It's one of my nightly rotations of TV shows I fall asleep to. So I love that. And Barrett's so right. All of the songs that they make for this television show are so much fun to listen to. So yeah, musical, Bob's Burgers, I'm in. I will watch that right away.
Hell yeah.
That's unbelievable. That's so cool.
I'm stoked about. I mean, I've never seen the show, but I'm kind of interested to just watch the movie based on what you guys are saying with the musical stuff. But we have two big ones that day that I will be shocked if they both end up actually coming out on this day. I kind of hope they don't content wise for us. But let's start with Top Gun Maverick.
This is another cautiously excited one for me. I love the original Top Gun. It's so fun. What a killer soundtrack. So many iconic moments. You got the volleyball scene, which lives in Kind of Funny history. You've got You've Lost That Love and Feeling. Goose, what a character. You've got some really fun stuff. Take My Breath Away, all of that. Really interesting. I mean, I have to give Tom Cruise a lot of credit. He fully commits to everything he does, and I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to do that for the same energy he puts into Mission Impossible he's putting into this. I think Miles Teller is a really interesting choice. I don't necessarily love Miles Teller's person, but I can't deny that he's a very talented actor. Like I recently rewatched Whiplash. I'm like, damn, this movie is insane. God, like
so good.
So good. So I'm interested to see how all of this kind of plays out. Is this a movie that we need a sequel to? Probably not, but I can't help but be excited for it.
Mike?
Yo, this is Corporal Jet Wash coming in, and Snowbike Mike. You know, we've been watching all of the 80s action movies, me and Nick, and this is one we watched together for the first time recently. Joey was there along with the Willems, and this is actually my number one 80s action movie right now. I mean, the cinematography, all of the shots, the music, like Joey said, the good times that we had with this movie was unbelievable to me in all of the watch-alongs that we've done. And so, yeah, the idea that they're making a sequel and like I just watched this year. Yeah, of course, I'm super jacked up about this. And I do like that Miles Teller jabroni. I saw him in War Dogs. I liked him in. And so seeing him there with the mustache made me giggle a little bit. And I'm all in on seeing this kid. I like that. I'm all in.
So I've never seen Top Gun 1. And that will be changed when we do a review leading into 2. And I'm very, very excited for it. I've seen bits and pieces. I've seen the memes. I've seen the pop culture bits. Like, I get it, but I've never seen the movie. I will say, watching this trailer, I could not be more excited. I think this looks like a perfect decades later sequel. The trailer is so good, so hype. They know what they're doing. Like Joey was just saying, Tom Cruise fucking cares. He would not do this if it was not going to be super awesome. And I think it's about to be. I'm also with you, Joe, that like Miles Teller, such a good actor. Like, it's upsetting how good of an actor he is, because in real life, all the COVID stuff, that's not good. But even more than that, I've met him in real life and I did not like him at all. He was an asshole.
Oh, is he a jabroni? Jabroni for real?
He came to IGN one time, and it was one of the first times I was ever just like, oh shit, this is one of those don't meet your heroes moments. Not that Miles Teller was my hero; he was a nobody at that point. But like oh, actors and like all these stuff. Wow. He acted like such a brat, and I was like, don't ever do that. The one thing I'll give him credit for, he taught me how to be a better person. I looked at him, and I specifically remember looking at Alfredo and be like, we can never be that guy. Like, the way he's acting right now is inappropriate. But anyways, stoked about the movie, and I can't deny he's a fucking amazing actor.
I know. It's really annoying.
But then also that day, John Wick Chapter 4. Let's go!
I'm so excited.
Oh.
I just am never going to be mad about a John Wick movie. I feel like this is a little bit of the danger zone of like, can they keep it up? Can they keep it up? Like, can these movies keep being this good? And like, I really hope so. Because is this the last one?
I don't think so.
Because I think they filmed 3 and 4 back to back. Is that correct?
I don't think so.
No.
I feel like they filmed. Still working on 4. Because there's been a bunch of delays and stuff because the Matrix happened. And
oh, that's right.
There was a lot of things.
I thought there were 2 that they were filming back to back. Yeah. I'm really bummed about the Continental spinoff that the first casting choice they announced was Mel Gibson. I was like, great. So it's kind of a bummer because I think Winston is such like a key part to John Wick, and I love Ian McShane.
Chapter 5 has been confirmed. There's a 5th film that's being developed. It was intended to be shot back to back with the 4th installment. But in March 2021, Lionsgate opted to delay the production and move forward with Chapter 4 alone.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm these movies have continued to be very, very good, and I'm stoked.
Still haven't seen any of them.
Oh my, Barrett, they're very good. The Baba Yaga is for real, Barrett. He's so cool. And it is a fun action flick that I was blown away with. And there's never been a moment in my life, Tim, because you know I'm not the biggest movie guy, where I hope all of these movies stay on this date so we can just have a big double feature, maybe even a triple feature for me and Barrett. But like, that's one of those things where like, when I look back on my movie watching experiences, I did one double feature in my life that had like Mr. Deeds and something else in theater, right? And so I hope, out of all things, that we put a pin in these 2 movies and we just let them rock on that Friday, and we go there and have a blast.
The last time I did a double feature was when Kevin and I saw The Lion King, and then we met up with Joey to do The Farewell, and then I think you and Kev did another movie after that. So Kevin did a triple feature that day for sure.
We might have done Parasite after that.
Yeah, that sounds vaguely familiar.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Kev did all of that in one day, which is insane.
So good. How are you feeling about John Wick 4, Tim?
I'm very excited. At this point, I'm kind of with you where I'm like, I'm gonna love these movies. Like, I don't think that it's gonna be this. I remember doing an review for John Wick, which I hadn't seen until we did an review last year, and watching 1, 2, and 3 back to back. I feel like I love all of them, but I think that there's only one great movie between the 3. And I feel like there are moments in each one of them that are like 10 out of 10. And then there's a lot of like pretty damn good stuff. I imagine 4 is going to continue that trend where it's just going to be like, I feel like I'll still say between these 4, there's one amazing movie, you know? But like, that's not a bad thing at all. Like I love them. I love how much they commit to the action choreography and up in the game. And Keanu is just such a pleasure. And I love that they're just going deeper and deeper into the neon aesthetics. So let's go. Let's get weird.
The world building gets so cool. And I feel like they're just going to keep going deeper on that too.
We got Minions, The Rise of Gru on July 1st.
Fuck yeah,
I'm going to pass on that one. Then we got Thor Love and Thunder, July 8th, 2022.
Dang.
Yeah. I can't
Whoa,
wait.
whoa, whoa, whoa!
Will it?
You skipped an entire month there, Timmy. You skipped June.
I fucking skipped June. June 10th, Jurassic World Dominion.
Yeah, more Jurassic Park. Let's go,
Dominions?
baby.
Go for it, Mike. What's up?
That's where they're out, bro. They're out, and they're just going to be running amok, and I'm really excited about that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, I love Jurassic Park. I know a lot of people don't like the Chris Pratt saga that we're in right now with Jurassic World, but I have a great time returning to all of that, and I always eat that stuff up. I'm just a sucker for fun movies like that, so I'm in.
I love Jurassic Park as a franchise. I'm with the people that Mike are talking about. I don't love Chris Pratt Jurassic Park. I liked the first one. I thought it was fun. The second one I didn't love. But like we watch Jurassic Park every Thanksgiving and have for like the last 20 years. So the first one is very near and dear to my heart, and I don't feel like any of them have really come close to it. Very excited to go back and watch 2 and 3 because I've only seen those like a handful of times and not recently. So I think obviously it'll be really fun to rewatch all of them with you guys for Jurassic Park. I'm not going to be on it, but that's one of those ones that I will commit to actually watching along with you guys. And I think it'll be fun to go back to. I'm always in for dinosaurs, though.
I mean, dude, that's the thing. Dinosaurs are dope, and we don't get enough of them. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for in review. I haven't even seen the last one, so I'm excited to get 2 new Jurassic Parks week after week next year. So that should be fun. June 17th, we got Lightyear, which I am very, very excited about. The Pixar sequel, or in the universe sequel to Toy Story, about the real story of Buzz Lightyear. I think this is going to be a ton of fun, and I think it has the potential to be something really special.
Yeah, I agree. Toy Story, I like, and I understand that it has a precious place in Pixar and Disney history. Not my favorite of the Pixars, but I think it'll be fun to kind of have like a new take on it of like familiar characters, but not necessarily in the toy world. It's interesting. I was talking with like these 2 little girls that my mom watches, and they're like they're 8 and 10, and they were just talking about Lightyear and how excited they are about it. I'm like, this is interesting. I didn't know that like the younger crowds would care, but like one of them's really into space, and so she's like, I want to see what space looks like in Pixar world. And I was like, do you know that it's Captain America that's going to be? And they have no care in the world. I'm like, oh, you guys are too little for this.
I love it.
The like younger kids are excited about it. I think it'll be fun.
Mike.
I mean, just so special. That's really, really cool. I can't wait to watch it. That's fun to do something like this in a world that we all know and love so much with Toy Story. So yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. Then we have, like I was saying, Minions Rising Through, Thor, Love and Thunder. Y'all have any comments on that? Obviously, I could not be more excited about this. Do y'all have different takes? Same takes? What's up?
No, I just want another fun one like we got with Ragnarok, right? That was like his last like Thor titled one, and it was a blast. It was awesome. And he has been like had such a cool character change, right? Of like Thor 1, where we saw, to now where he's at, like really fun, playful, and like a good time with a cool cast around him. I can't wait to see what this is all about. I'm pumped up.
Hell yeah.
Still truly cannot believe that Natalie Portman is back.
Me neither, man. Like this Phase 4 Marvel, it's so interesting to be where we're at because we're in it. And it reminds me a lot of being in Phase 2, where it's like, there's these movies coming and it's a lot more rapid now and there's a lot more shows, but it kind of just feels like, okay, there's this and there's this and there's this. And when things come out, it doesn't necessarily feel that special. Like we're about to get a Spider-Man movie that is probably going to feature Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. And we're just kind of like, yeah, it's happening. Like that's fucking insane. Like the stakes are just so high for our expectations. But I think that we're going to be able to look back on Phase 4 when it's all done and just be like, holy shit. Like there was a lot that went on and it connected in so many ways that we didn't realize as it's happening. In the same way that Phase 1, 2, and 3, the stones weren't really a thing until the end of Phase 2. Like I guess Guardians 1 was like mid Phase 2, and it kind of like was the first thing to really talk about them as stones. And even that kind of retconned the Avengers shit to being stones.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be interesting going forward. But definitely, yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder is one to keep your eyes on, where I feel like the expectations are just, it's going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah, super high expectations.
And then there's Black Adam on July 29th. The Rock's first big major superhero movie as a DCEU hero, Black Adam. gotta be real with y'all. I am not excited about watching this movie.
I have tapped out of so many DCE movies at this point. Like, I'm looking at the list. Like, I still haven't finished Aquaman or Shazam. And I don't really have any interest in going back to them. The only reason I'm going to go see this is because it has Noah Centineo in it, really, realistically.
I'm just hoping that in the background, he'll be fighting somebody in the middle of a street, and then you'll hear out of a car speaker, it's about drive, it's about power. It's about... It's just like all of a sudden the rock song is in the background. That's what I'm looking for. But yeah, I don't know. This is a weird one of like, I will go see 99% of all superhero movies. Morbius is the one that I'm talking about right now. I'm looking at you, Morbius. But for me, even I'm like, ooh, this is going to be tough, y'all. You know what I mean? This is not the Rock that I want to see. I want to see the Rock with somebody funny like Kevin Hart or Ryan Reynolds over in the Red Notice. That's the Rock that I'm into, that I want to see all the time in the movies. And it just, Black Adam doesn't feel like that to me right now.
Yeah, we haven't gotten an official trailer for it. Right now, we just got a kind of, there was that little clip they had in the Dome, of course. We're still in it, but with all of that, like, I don't really love the tone, and I don't like that so far everything we've heard about it is just him being like, y'all thought Superman was strong. Guess what? I'm stronger. And I'm like, I don't think anybody wants things stronger than Superman. Like, that's, if you think that's the problem with the DCEU, I don't know. I don't know if we're in the right business here, but we'll see. I'm hopeful. There has been some moments of hope in the DCEU, but I'm not counting on this one to be one of my faves, but we'll see.
No, but I'm also just such a sucker for seeing The Rock in movies that, like,
yeah, that's true.
That
the Rock
does
factor.
It does. Like, even this over the weekend, I rewatched Jungle Cruise with my parents, and I was like, I'm not mad about this necessarily. Like, he's fun. He's always kind of just The Rock, but it's always fun.
But The Rock is best when he's just The Rock.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
it's true.
Then let's see. Moving on. September is not looking too hot. We have Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Is that a Shrek thing?
Yeah, that's Shrek.
Hell yeah, it is. A sequel
Remember that
to
was
the
Antonio
Puss in Boots.
Banderas back in the day.
Do it, Tim. Are we gonna do it?
I've never seen Shrek, so maybe
we have to. Well,
I cannot fathom that Tim has never seen Shrek.
It really breaks my heart. Tim, it won the first ever Oscar for Best Animated Movie when they started doing that in 2001. And it just breaks my heart that you've never seen at least just Shrek, the first movie. Even the second movie, which I think is really fun. After that, we just forget everything that happens. But god damn it, they're so good.
The most I've ever seen of a Shrek movie was Shrek 4. Ever After? Is that the one with Justin Timberlake?
Yeah. No, that's the third one.
Oh, the one with Justin Timberlake is the one I saw. I didn't see, but I was at a sleepover at some point at my friend's house, and it was on, and everyone fell asleep, and it was just on the TV, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm watching this now.
Yeah,
and so I saw some of it.
The third one's not good, and the fourth one I took my little sister to, and she was like 4 years old when we went to go see that in the theater, and she walked out of that movie as a 4-year-old, and she was like, that is not a good movie. And that memory always makes me laugh. I'd say we hold Shrek in review for when the Shrek reboot happens. They're working on it.
Are they?
They apparently this was told to me by Roger Picorni, so it might have been a lie. Let's see, Shrek reboot. But if not, then maybe we do it for Puss in Boots, because there is the Puss in Boots original movie that came out 10 years ago at this point, and that was a really fun movie.
As much as we joke about doing Shrek in review, I think we just need to do the first one. I don't know. We need to fully commit.
We need to do the first two. The second one, I will stand by that being a really, really fun movie.
I don't know.
What? Are you telling me the moment where, like, the I Need a Hero segment near the end of that movie, Joey? Just take yourself back to that. I don't even want to say anything else because of spoilers for Tim.
I mean, you just sold me right there. I need to see that.
The second half of Shrek 2 is so absurdly good. I love it so much.
Before we move to October, because there's some bangers in October.
Oh, there's a big banger we missed in September. Okay, but Joe, go for it first.
I hope you're talking about Don't Worry, Darling.
No, I'm not.
Oh, because this movie is about to be the hotness. This is directed by Olivia Wilde. It has Harry Styles. It has Florence
Oh, I
Pugh.
love him.
It has Gemma Chan. It has Chris Pine in it, and it looks like it's gonna be some like kind of retro 50s like housewife psychological thriller mystery thing.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm going to read the description right here.
Okay.
Because this sounds fantastic, Joe. An unhappy 1950s housewife comes to believe she's actually living in a simulation in which her husband's desire to live in a past where women are subservient to their husbands.
Yeah.
Directed by the woman that directed Booksmart? Come on.
That sounds lit.
This is going to be dope. The cast looks really killer. I think it's going to be really fun.
Florence Pugh? Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Good job, Joe. That looks like the I always forget the name. Pretty Young Woman.
Promising Young Woman.
Promising Young Woman of 2022.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great.
September 30th, though. Mission Impossible 7. Oh, I can't wait, you guys. It's going to be so good. It is going to be so incredibly good. This franchise, we don't deserve it. We do not deserve what Mission Impossible has turned into. And the fact that the same director is still behind it, he knows what he's doing, and he's going to bring the heat.
I still have only ever seen bits and pieces of all of them. So maybe this is where I come back in and I commit to actually watching them.
I'm glad you said that, Joey, because I was just going to say, don't tell Nick. I've never seen the first guaranteed 1 and 2, maybe 3. I've only seen the reboots, right? The reignitions of these. That's where I jumped in on Mission Impossible. So I've seen all the newest ones, and I love them. I'm always down for that.
I'm going to give you guys the Tim Geddes in review breakdown of just my thoughts, not everyone's thoughts. People are going to disagree with me, but this is just for you guys right now, what I think about these movies. I love them all for different reasons, very similar to Fast and Furious, but the difference is one is classic 90s movie. It's such a 90s movie. It's fun to watch. It's not that great. It's better than you expect it to be. Like going back, you're like, oh, okay, hey, that was actually kind of cool for the time, but it's also very whatever at the end of the day.
But it inspired some really dope scenes in Charlie's Angels.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But that says a lot. That it is that moment in time. 2 is horrible. It is a bad movie. It is a trash movie. It is so fun to watch. There are so many memes, so many moments. It's enjoyable. It is trash.
What?
3? What?
I can't even remember 2. I kind of it's so forgettable.
2? Oh no. It's unforgettable, dude. The motorcycle fight scene. It is the pigeons flying for no reason. It is one of those things.
I only remember
mountain climbing.
the mountain climbing at the very beginning of the movie.
The Oakleys, No. It's horrible. It's not. It's more Spider-Man 3 than anything else. Where it's so bad, it's enjoyable. Mission Impossible 3 is dope movie.
So good.
Pretty much it. Great actors in it. The villain's fantastic. Dope movie, but honestly, I don't think it's anything that special. Number 4. Really, really, really good movie. Even then, introduces the idea of the team concept, which I'm a sucker for. But then you just get 5 and 6, and you're just like, holy crap, these are incredible movies. It's essentially just getting Fast 5 over and over again. They know what they're fucking doing, and debatably better, I would say, in some ways. And I can't wait for 7 because I think they're going to continue that kind of momentum going forward. They know what they're doing. Tom Cruise, man.
To loop back to Shrek 2.
Yeah.
Nominated for Best Animated Feature. And Joey nominated for Best Original Song with Accidentally in Love. Come on.
I guess I didn't realize that was Shrek 2.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Counting Crows, man. It was a jam.
We got Hocus Pocus 2, October 2022.
It's gonna be fun. I don't think it's gonna be great. It's probably gonna be fun to good.
Yeah. Is Hocus Pocus 1 actually good, Joey? I haven't seen it in a couple years.
I stand by it.
Okay. I want to stand by it.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think I will commit to it being good. I haven't watched it in the last year or two. So I don't know if I would put it in the great category, but I think it would be worth doing in review for.
Mike, what's that face?
Oh, I'm just looking at the cast. I was wondering if Tiffany Haddish was in this because she rocks and I like her, but I don't see her name on that one. I don't know. I don't even think I've ever seen Hocus Pocus 1, so who knows? Who knows?
Why were you looking for Tiffany Haddish specifically?
I don't
for
know.
This movie?
I was watching some TikToks, and she was on one of them, and somebody was like, "Oh, we putting Tiffany Haddish in Hocus Pocus too," and I was like, "I'd watch that. I'd watch that."
I love you so much, Mike. What the fuck? Perfect. Guys, October 7th, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2. I can't believe it.
Oh,
They announced the sequel. It felt so far away. And now it's like, okay, less than a year away.
Baby.
Let's do it.
I mean, I feel like it's in the Love and Thunder category of like, I don't need to see anything about it. I know I'm gonna love it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Too good. So good.
October 14th, Halloween ends. I'm so stoked. I love that they're continuing this Halloween story cycle here. Halloween Kills. It's the direct sequel to that. That just came out. It ends tonight. Evil dies tonight, Joe.
I hope that it goes back to Halloween 2018 and we get less of the Halloween Kills vibes to it. The more that I think about Halloween Kills, the less I like it. So I'm hoping that this brings me back.
Oh, I'm the exact opposite. I do think that 2018 is better than Kills, but I the more I think about Kills, the more I'm like, that was fucking rad as shit. Give me more Kyle Richards, baby. Then moving on to November, we got The Flash, November 4th, 2022. A big year for multiverse in the comics universe.
Yeah. I have no interest in this.
Even with Michael Keaton?
No, I don't have like a huge pull to Keaton Batman.
Yeah, remember Joey's Batman and Robin girl,
right?
Clooney Batman girl.
Yeah. Which Batman was that? Which actor was?
Yeah. Oh, George Clooney.
Oh yeah, that was Clooney. Yeah, right.
I love it. We got Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, November 11th. I am 90% sure this gets delayed. I do not think this actually hits that date.
I'm starting to wonder if they can this quietly.
There's no way.
I mean, especially with the drama with what's going on with the actor who plays
Latita.
With her, it's like, I don't know. There seems to be a struggle between her and Disney right now.
Yeah, that'll delay it. They ain't canceling this movie. This movie is happening for sure. I guarantee it. I just don't know.
We'll see. We'll see the trajectory of what happens with the pandemic and where she's at with like doubling down on her stances with things. Like, we'll see.
She gets cut before they can the movie. Black Panther made over $1 billion.
And they have a lot to dance around. I hope we get more of it because I think it'll be good. Maybe we get more Winston Duke. I really like him.
Because that was my struggle of like, if they cut her but they still have to write, then they would have to go back and completely rewrite it again. And it's just like, and then who do you focus the movie around at that point? And it's just like, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
We'll see. And we also have all the shows coming up too that aren't officially announced yet, but we know they're being worked on due to Hollywood Reporter and stuff. But multiple Wakanda-based shows from Ryan Coogler.
Right?
What you say?
Something Heart? Is that one?
No, that's Ironheart. No. That's official.
Oh, okay.
That's 100. Like that is officially Disney announced. But Hollywood Reporter announced that Ryan Coogler, who's the director of the Black Panther movies, is overlooking a series of series in the Disney Plus universe that haven't been announced yet. But I imagine one will be an Okoye series and one will just be more general Wakanda. But we'll have to wait and see. November 23rd, Creed 3, directed by Michael B. Jordan. I think it gets delayed, but I'm very excited for this. Creed 1, fucking perfect movie. Creed 2, fucking perfect movie. Creed 3, where could it go wrong? I don't know.
Mike, how do you feel about Creed? Do you have any?
I've never seen that or the Rocky movies, so I have
Thank God you said that because I haven't either.
Like I like Michael B. Jordan a lot. I love him, and I would go see that. But I've never seen any of them, so I have no ties to it at all. And then when you put 3 next to it, I'm like, do I have to see 1 and 2, or is he just gonna box somebody's lights out? I don't know.
So the thing there is, yes, you do. I haven't seen the Rocky movies. Need to say that.
Okay.
So maybe leading to this, we'll do a review finally for that. But it was our flight back from Japan, and me and Gia were like, everyone's telling us Creed is so good. Let's watch it. It was one of the available movies, and the two of us watched it on the back of a seat on a plane, and we had our headphones in. We were
viewing experience.
Yeah, splitting headphones, doing it. And it's not a surprise that I did this, but Gia audibly made noise when the final fight happened, where the two of us were hyped out of our minds, like, let's fucking go. Oh my God. Like, people on the plane around us were like, are they okay? Like, it is the most hype-inducing movie ever. Like, you think the portal scene in Endgame means something? You ain't seen shit until you've seen fucking Creed. And,
Wow,
and that's coming from me, man. Super fucking hype nerd. Creed gets hype. They know how to do it. And everyone tells me the Rocky movies do the same thing. So I'm like, we're in for a good time, y'all.
Okay.
I'm into it. It's been on my list forever. But then I feel like because I knew there was a third one coming out, it's like, well, I might as well just wait. And
yeah. December 16th, Avatar 2. It's finally happening. The long-awaited sequel to the 2009. Yeah, I think it's happening.
You think that's gonna hit that date?
I think it would have hit last year if it weren't for the pandemic. I'm pretty sure. Isn't that movie done?
I think it's in post.
The blue aliens are back with the floating rocks.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Pandora, baby.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure it's done.
Okay.
Two, at least. But yeah, I think it's coming out this year. Next year.
All right.
I've never seen Avatar, so I have.
You're not missing.
No.
Will it be as hype as the first one? Because that one was like people were talking about that. People were yelling about that when that was leading up to it. Will it be like that so many years later?
I don't think the hype will be there like the first one. Like that was such a transformative thing. The introduction of 3D that was well utilized, that had that gimmick, and then after that was rode into the ground, so it left a bad taste in people's mouths, so they're not excited about it, which makes everyone hate Avatar even more than they did originally, potentially. I fucking loved Avatar. I saw it 3 times in theaters. I thought it was great. Like I found that most people's criticism of that movie normally boils down to it's just Dancing with Wolves, or it's just Pocahontas, or it's just Fern Gully. I'm like, cool, you just named 3 dope movies. Yeah, there you go. So it's like, cool, we just saw a dope version of that in live action with some aliens in super cool 3D. And Michelle Rodriguez is there. What's there not to like? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Damn. Then we got Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom coming December 16th.
I like Jason Momoa. Yeah, so when you brought up the Flash, I wasn't into the Flash. Like when I look at that DC EU lineup, right, and we look at all the characters, the Flash and Cyborg are definitely just like, nah, I'll skip that. Wonder Woman I'm down with, right? The last one I didn't really care for, but I like Jason Momoa a lot as Aquaman. I really enjoy that. And so, yeah, I'm all in. Anytime he's going to hit the screen, I'm in for him.
I guess I should finish the first one.
Yeah, here's the bet that we have to make with Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is not that if it hits that day, but if Joey will actually show up when we go.
That is true. I did sleep through my alarm. Why did I suggest that we go see like a 10 a.m. movie? That was a bad move. I should know myself better than that.
Yeah, I can't say I'm excited for Aquaman 2, but I do like Jason Momoa. I'm the DC movie I'm most excited for, besides Batman, obviously, is The Flash, but that's just because of the multiverse shenanigans. Even though I'm not a big Michael Keaton fan, but the idea of him coming back is exciting, you know? But yeah, Aquaman 2, we'll fucking see. I'm with Mike. Jason Momoa is such a pleasure that I just kind of want to see him being a bro. But then the last movie that I think we will care about, December 21st, Super Mario Brothers. Let's go.
Ooh. This is gonna be a movie, and I don't know which way it's gonna go. I've never seen the other ones, and I know it's not tied to those, and it's obviously gonna be different because it's not live action. But I'm in.
Yeah.
I feel like this is gonna be a late night. Joey has 2 glasses of wine to the movie theater, very similarly to Sonic.
Yeah. And then there's this. Thank you, Barrett. Thank you. Mike, what are your thoughts to close out this episode? What are your thoughts on the Super Mario Brothers movie?
This is going to be one where you go with your friends and we're going for the memes. We're going for the giggles. We're going to leave that going. Can you believe they did this? And that's what I'm here for. And Seth Rogen's in it. And I like Seth Rogen a lot.
This is one you're going to light up a tarantula and you go see this movie, Mike.
This one you might want to get Stony Baloney and go to. Let's all be real with each other. You know what I mean? That's the one.
I'm looking at the to be announced 2022 movies list. Chicken Run 2. Y'all know that's hitting Netflix next year?
Oh, yeah.
What?
On Netflix. Damn.
Oh, that is hilarious. Well,
I will
everybody,
say, hold on.
go for it, Joe.
Before we do that, I hope that the Super Mario Brothers movie does well, because I want a Luigi's Mansion movie with Charlie Day, because I think that would be fun
Yeah,
as fuck.
for real, Joey.
So now
Good
I'm putting my
call.
horse behind this being a success.
That's real good. That's real good. Let us know in the comments below what movies you're excited for, what movies you're not excited for, and if you think that Mike should watch Sonic the Hedgehog. And bonus question, A and B options underneath that. Should he do a tarantula beforehand? Let us know. But until next time, I love you all. We're about to do the Patreon exclusive post show. Bye, guys.